Welcome back to episode 30 of Working on a Title. We did it. Big 3-0. Pretty well. You could watch one episode a month now.
Double digit.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
a lot of episodes. By the way, I'm Carson Custer.
And I'm Michael Douglas.
And Michael yesterday sent me the analytics recently for the podcast. And holy moly. Thanks, everyone, for checking it out.
Buds.
It's very cool because sometimes it feels like you're just kind of talking into like a void and like no one's listening, but then you'd see that and it's like, oh man, okay, people are actually listening.
Though to be fair, talking to a void is kind of cathartic.
I think the podcast is a fun thing to do because it's even if it's like, because I don't really know who is listening, because there's some like people I've talked to who listen from the beginning, like good friend Zach. He said, "Oh, I need to catch up on episodes." So he's been out of it for a little bit. So I'm like, I don't even who's listening.
My friends who have been listening since the beginning, they're just catching up, and we're getting a bunch of new downloads and new specific downloads, and it's really nice.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy because I feel like some of the audience now is starting to reach out. It's starting to like become people who are not like maybe not people we know, like at least very close, which is interesting. It's interesting to see the podcast grow.
Shout out to y'all. Love you.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
crazy.
Besides jerking you guys off,
because that's enough. You guys,
we would like
guys
to
have come already.
No, two pump chump. Well, today is November 2nd, 2020.
Hell yeah.
One day before probably the worst election of our lives.
Hell yeah.
Not saying that because I believe Trump will get reelected. For either candidate, we're either going to go into a civil war or the world's going to burn. One or the other. That's what's going to happen.
It's a difficult political climate to be in right now.
It's a bit hot.
But just go do what you gotta do. Go vote.
It's a temperate, deciduous forest.
Yeah, it's not. It's really not great.
Climate.
But we've been over the whole voting shindig stuff. So just go do it. Why not?
Yeah. If you have not voted in person. Wait, if you have not voted over mail yet, and if you have not voted over in mail and you have your absentee ballot, fill it out. Do not mail it. Send it or take it to a polling station. If you have not voted and have not requested a absentee ballot, go vote in person. Yes, COVID's a thing, but also the politics is a thing, and you should care about it.
Yeah, definitely. I think definitely this time around. This time around, it feels like it's very
bigger important than when George Washington was named king. And he was like, I don't want to be king. That's what happened. That's the thing that happened. He was like, they were like, you're going to be king. And he was like, I don't want to be a king.
Like, what the fuck? What's a king? No, thank you. No.
You got to deal with that James guy over there.
Man, yeah. They literally, the entire point was like, let's get away from the fucking king. Fuck that King James guy. All right. King Washington. He's like, whoa, guys, fucking learn.
Okay, hindsight, guys.
We just
did all this.
What the fuck? Look around you. Do you not see all this shit? It's because we're not doing that.
Read the room.
Bro, there's like 13 fucking colonies here, and you're gonna say that shit? The fuck are you?
Delaware's here, man.
Fucking. Dude, the Carolinas are like really cool. I want to press them.
I don't know about you, but New York doesn't really want a king. So I'm gonna say president. It's gonna be like the same thing.
Dude, the guy who invented lightning is here. That's Ben Franklin over there. Okay.
The guy who invented lightning.
He fucking invented that shit. Dude, I can't play my iPhone games without that guy.
Or Ben
Franklin. They had iPhones also.
Yeah. Before Ben Franklin, it would just be like a loud thunderous boom and nothing.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck is that noise? And then Ben Franklin was like, well, what if there was a little piece of light that came down from the sky as well?
What if the light created the noise?
That's the sound of my mind exploding.
Way back when on Vine, I'm a Vine kid. I reference Vines all the time, but
Okay.
there's this really funny Vine that's kind of like that. Where no, it's not funny at all. It's just kind of ironic. But I think it was like Caleb City or some shit. But the Vine was like when the first guy blinked, and just him like going dark and coming back. I was like, whoa, where'd the world go?
Whoa.
What just happened?
That do you ever think about like certain like things where it's like, what's the first person who like, I don't know, fucking walked? The first person who like grabbed something, they're just like,
There's fucking there was empty can of Diet Pepsi back then, and they just went, oh.
yeah, too powerful. Like it's just some of the thing like walking. That's crazy.
It's
Isn't
crazy.
walking kind of
We
crazy?
just kind of fall forward at a
Yeah.
and we catch ourselves. That's what upright walking is. It's you're falling and you catch yourself with your other
Yeah.
foot. And
Yeah,
you just do
because
it
you
over and
put your
over
foot
again.
down and gravity just kind of fucking takes its course.
You just do it over and over again. It's just like a normal thing. And then we're like, why can't your fucking baby walk? Because it's hard.
Bitch, do you know what that is? It's crazy. I think about that a lot. Like little mundane things that I just think are fucking insane. Like I think there's say what you will about him, but there's a Louis C.K.
Lucy
Uh,
K's really funny. He's fucked up though.
yeah. So there was a bit he did, or like there was like a set he did where he talks about people who are like, I hate Verizon. He's like, just fucking do it yourself. Go get some hubcaps, climb a tree, make it yourself. Like we're like complaining about like fucking planes and shit. You're like, you're a metal bullet flying through the sky. And it's like and like what was the with the hubcap one? He's like your text is sent from your phone to fucking space and then back down.
And you go, oh man, it's so slow.
like bitch, do you know what's happening in behind the scenes? Like back in the day, they'd have to fucking write letters. They'd be like, Susan, I hope this letter reaches you. I currently have the plague. I will not be here for much longer.
Bro,
Sending my regards.
I just had a steampunk-ish like future past idea. Like, okay, so imagine a cell phone never existed, and they're still writing letters. Susan, I have the plague. Is that what you said?
Susan, I hope you are doing well. I have the plague.
I have the bubonic plague. Inside, I have attached one of my buboes.
I did not think I'd need it for much longer, so I cut off my dick and I have sent it to you. Use it wisely.
I have casted my penis in ceramic and have now sent it to you.
Also, here's a Kit Kat bar. Hope you are doing well. It's just this gross fly covered thing, and then like a nicely wrapped Kit Kat bar next to it.
But like, think, okay, so you write your letter, you get the paper, and you just kind of toss it up. It goes, and then it shows up in the other person's like dinner table, some shit. That's a really cool like future but past thing, you know?
Oh, that's sweet. Like if you write a letter and you like it will, yeah, you like throw it up and maybe it appears in their like mailbox.
Yeah,
that'd be sick. I like
that'd
that.
be super sick.
That's cool. It's like Portal.
Now put your dick in there. Fucking I will attempt the longest dick in the world.
Oh my god. It's like digging a hole like to like the other side of the world. You just put your dick in this like portal.
Okay. Imagine portal guns were real. So it's if you don't know the way portals work, circle at one end, circle at the other end, and it fucks with time and space. So they connect. Now, if I put a portal on this wall and a portal, no, wait. If I put a portal on this wall and a portal on the other wall, like facing outwards, I put my dick through it. Would I have the longest dick in the world?
I think it's still the same size. It's not like it's traveling through that wall and becoming bigger. It's the same size. It's just being
like disconnected.
Yeah. because it's still like you'd be able to look through and see it being the same size, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
It hasn't changed size. It's
But
just
the base and the tip are at two. So the real question is, how do we measure dick size? Is it from base to tip, or is it just the continuous length?
I mean, well, like base, are you talking about like when you like if you like I
Like
don't know.
pelvis.
Okay, okay, okay. Base to tip, yeah. I think base to tip is a
That would be
fair.
the measurement. So if
Yeah.
if it's base to tip, then technically, if it was a building 10 feet wide, and I put my dick through the one side and my tip comes out the other side, I would have a 10 foot long dick.
I mean, you're not wrong. See, like you are correct, but still at the same time, it's like, is it really 10 feet long?
That's the question. Is
Yeah,
it really 10 feet
it's
long?
it. I don't think because it's assisted. It's not like it's doing it by itself. It's an
Yeah.
assisted 10-foot erection.
I mean, if you use a penis pump, it's also assisted. So that does that count?
I want portal gun so I can have a 10-foot assisted erection.
10 foot assisted, babe. Babe, my dick is. You go to a bar. Babe, my dick is 10 feet long. Is that assisted or unassisted?
Is that assisted or unassisted?
Is this
sure.
grade weighted? Is this a weighted grade?
That's pretty much what it is. It's like it's the weighted grade of erect penises.
Yeah.
Do you need an assistance to be long? How would that work in bed? How would you do that in bed? You couldn't because it's technically not longer.
Yeah, it's technically the same size.
It's technically the same size. It's just it's appearing in another location, giving it the illusion of being long.
So then we're not measuring from the base to the tip. We're measuring continuous length. So we would measure as much as the penis going into the portal, and then as much as the penis coming out of the portal.
Yeah.
And then we connect them together. So we'll say we have from the base, we have 3 inches to the portal. And then from the other portal, we have 1 inch coming out.
Okay.
So that's 4 inches.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Not 10
but
foot 4 inches.
But here's the thing, because this is I think this is important. Okay, you can say it's 10 feet all you want. The second you go to get down and dirty, it's the same size regardless. It's not because you were using the portals. It doesn't make you longer or better. If anything, it's annoying because like it's like, girl, okay, I'm gonna go in the other room. I'm just gonna fucking shoot a portal at the wall. All right, I'm gonna go over here. You go through it like.
Hey, give me a second. I need to prep. Okay.
I need to do my portal prep.
But just goes to the bathroom. Just like, babe, are you fucking me from the bathroom? Yeah, I got shit, babe.
Shoot a portal down in the toilet.
Oh,
you could shit anywhere. You could shit anywhere. I could shit. You could shit on your like fucking neighbor's porch from your bathroom.
That'd be really funny. Portals don't go through glass, right? In the Portal video games, they do not go through glass.
But you cannot put a portal on glass.
But they go through mesh.
Yeah,
which is weird.
Yeah,
that's weird.
I mean, mesh. Oh wait, no, you're. I mean, I don't really. I'm sure they don't even have an explanation for it. It's just like, because it was convenient for game design.
They go into the intricate physics of portals versus glass versus mesh or whatever. It's a good game, by the way. Portal 1 and 2.
Portal's great.
If you've never played Portal 2, go into Portal 2 without looking at anything, because it's really an experience that you should. No, Portal 1. Go into Portal 1 without knowing anything.
Both are really fantastic games.
Mm-hmm.
I played Portal 2 blind. I've actually not played the first one. I've played the second. I know the story of the first.
Yeah, the first. If you have never played the first, it does a really good way of environmental storytelling. That no other game I've seen kind of replicates as well.
Yeah.
There's a guy named Leadhead on YouTube. Shout out to him. He does like these art documentaries on video games. And he talks all about how the environmental storytelling is incredible for people who have never like really played a game before,
Hmm.
and stuff like that. It's really really cool.
I love environmental storytelling. There's nothing more than I hate than like being pulled out of the game just to watch a fucking cutscene that I don't want to watch, you know?
Yeah,
Like, or even like, I think Skyrim kind of does it in some places, but it's always like little, like, not important things because otherwise the story's like fed to you through NPCs, you know? I feel like really this story, like, but then there's like little things where you can find like little side stuff where it's like, you go into a house and like, I don't know, there's like blood and there's like a node and stuff like that. Like, it's like, okay, environmental storytelling, that's kind of cool. But then there's some where, like, I don't know, I love that kind of stuff because it's clever. It's not just like, here's a fucking note, read all the fucking note and
yeah.
know what
Uh,
happened.
that Portal is like a shining example of that. The Fallout series is kind of okay at doing that, but there's just too much to be able to grasp.
Hmm.
Kona, which is a really cool kind of like paranormal game, does a great job at that too. That game's kind of boring though. It's a lot of just pointed. They don't really tell you what
Did you
to
say
do.
Soma?
No, Kona.
Kona. Okay, Kona.
Soma's
Okay.
fucking fantastic.
Yeah, my brother says he swears by Soma as one of his favorite games of all time.
Yeah,
I need to play it.
the end of the story is fucking heartbreaking.
Sweet. I'm
But
gonna play it.
it's apparently a really really good game. Yeah. It's a good scary game. I think I have it.
I have it on PlayStation. It was free for a little bit with PS Plus. So, um, yeah, I was gonna for Halloween. I was gonna play The Forest for a little bit on stream, but then I ended up not. Julie and I just played Fate. But The Forest VR is very scary if you've never played it. Do you have The Forest?
I had it and I refunded it. I bought it twice and I refunded it both times.
That's
And
classic.
I don't like it.
That's fair.
It doesn't feel good to me.
It's fine. It's not terrible. They've updated a lot. The VR version is very spooky. Um,
Mhm.
the graphics, they're a little rough around the edges. It's a little hard to like. I don't know. It's like too shiny.
Yeah,
Things feel
it's
too
very
shiny.
shiny and the motion blur is kind of. Oh.
Yeah, yeah, it's a little too shiny. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I recommend it. It's spooky. It'll definitely scare you. If you have never played it, because like it's not like they do like jump scares with like a duh noise. It's like you'll be in the woods. It'll be day. It'll be broad daylight, and you're doing stuff. You'll look in the distance. You'll see this fucking cannibal person standing there, just like
You just
looking
stand
at
there
you
like
and like
T-pose. Just
yeah, like running around the woods and stuff with other people and like climbing trees. It's spooky.
yeah,
It's very
for an
spooky.
open world survival game, it does a very very good job of scaring the shit out of you.
Yeah. Oh no, it's fantastic. Like the only time it like really jump scares you, at least that I know of, is like if you're try to like sleep during the night. Sometimes you'll get woken up to like this dawn noise, and then there'll be cannibals surrounding your like camp.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
terrifying. It's absolutely
Um,
terrifying.
a really really good game. I played it on stream way back when. I don't have a VOD because I didn't record VODs. But Stories Untold is a series of 4 games in one. Um, and it's just really really good simple horror games. Like the first one is like, do you know what Zork is?
No,
It's a text-based adventure game.
maybe I do. Maybe I do know what the
Um,
sword is.
yeah, it's just a text-based adventure game, and that's the first game. I'm not going to say the rest of them, but it's so fucking scary. Like, not like shit your parents scary, but like a sense of dread scary.
Unsettling. Okay.
And it's so unsettling. It's fantastic. Like one of the best games I've played.
Zork is.
What Zork is? What?
Oh, no, is Zork is one of the best
No. Stories Untold.
stories untold. Okay.
Zork is fine. It's Zork is so difficult because you just don't know anything.
Okay, I will check this out. Because I kind of want some horror games to play. Like, I think horror games, when done right, are good.
Mhm.
I feel like a lot of them recently have not been good. I heard Amnesia Rebirth was not great. Or the no, with the is it New Rebirth?
It's
No, it's
Rebirth.
Afterbirth. Was it?
No,
Is
it's
it?
Rebirth.
It's
Afterbirth is
Rebirth.
Isaac.
That's Isaac. But yeah, I heard it was just okay. I heard the voice acting one was incredible, and then,
Yeah,
like, a
a
lot of
lot
the
of the
stuff
voice
was really
acting,
good.
and it really does remind you of the first Amnesia. Which if you haven't played that, that's a fucking great game. It's a really old game, so it can run on like anything.
Hmm.
Go play the first Amnesia.
I have
It's
not. I
ah,
have not played it. Again, I haven't really been into horror games until like recently. I've been kind of like wanting to try some, just to
dude.
kind of like switch up what I'm playing.
I'm a fucking pussy, so like
Oh, I am too. I am too. That's the thing. I don't like usually I don't really like watching horror movies. I get kind of scared easily.
Mhm.
But I don't know. Again, recently I've just been kind of like I'm willing to try. I'm willing to try some horror, see how it goes, see if I'm, fucking shit my pants.
yeah. Shout out to the person we always talk about on the podcast, but HR's a little bitch about horror stuff. Not in the same way I am. I'm a little bitch because I'm scared. She just doesn't react. She just does not get scared. If somebody else is with her while we're watching something or playing something, she just doesn't get scared. Like we played through PT, which is pretty good. It's fine.
That's pretty good.
She didn't get scared at all. But meanwhile, over here, like when I'm playing, something happens, and like a jump scare would happen, and I would shoot my hands up, and then I'd go like this. Like my hands would flex like involuntarily, and I'd be
That's
like, "What the fuck?"
That's fantastic. But I actually I don't think I've ever I think I played PT once and I did not finish it because again I was so scared. I got scared and I couldn't
It's
finish it.
very scary.
Yeah.
It's one of the best horror demos.
Yeah, it's like it was supposed to be a demo for like a Silent Hill game, I think.
Yeah,
It was like
there's a lot of things going on with the game, but the
yeah, that shit's that shit's
to
great.
hear that, that's my fucking radiator just going nuts,
He going sicko mode.
going to blah, blah. Um, but PT has like a whole subplot where it's about Kojima leaving Konami, and it's very good.
Yeah.
If you don't know about that, PT, someone made it in Unreal,
Yeah.
so that's the only way you can play it, really.
Yeah. So that's out for like people just to like play.
It's free.
Cool. Oh, sweet.
It's really good.
That's very cute. That's cute.
Very kawaii, cute.
That's kawaii desu, actually. Kawaii des.
I don't watch anime. I need to. I don't need to.
You don't need to.
I should
but
watch anything. I don't watch TV or movies or anything like that.
Yeah. I watch The Bachelor with Julia, and
Yeah,
that's
fucking
it.
weirdo.
The Bachelorette.
Fucking weird. I hate
It's
it.
so
I hate it.
funny. It's so good. It's so funny.
I just don't like the idea of leaving 30 guys on.
Oh, neither do I, and that's why it's entertaining.
Can't do that. Can't do that to myself.
Yeah, no, it's really shitty. The Bachelorette this year is like literally one of the biggest pieces of shit.
I saw a fucking Instagram meme that was about the Bachelor. I was like, why is this on my page?
She is so shitty, and like and all the guys are just like so chill and like always they're just so chill and they seem so cool and they're all like hanging out like having a good time, and then she's like fucking pay attention to me, and they're all just like I mean
The meme I
we're all
saw
loving it.
was like her favoring one guy
Yeah,
like the
Dale.
whole time. It was just all the other guys trying to like do anything, like try to give her a hug or anything. And she's like,
she's just
ew,
like,
no.
fucking get away.
And there's one guy, he's just fucking like, yay, oh my god. I don't know what his name was. Maybe like Julian or some shit, but
I don't know. But
he was
yeah, fucking Dale.
fucking Dale.
She just wants to be with Dale. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah, it was Dale. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand why
She's super obvious with
Yeah.
it.
Why is she on the show? She's literally like, he's my future fiance. It's like, okay, then fucking stop the show. You found your person. You found the one. Stop. Like, it's ridiculous. It's so insane that the fact that I think, well, there's rumors, and I'm pretty sure it's fact at this point because the previews for the next episode, which comes out today, but on Hulu it'll be like tomorrow. So I'm gonna watch that. I think they're gonna get a new Bachelorette like mid-season. So she just is off the show after this. Like,
She fucking found her man.
but I don't, but
They're
no,
like,
but the thing is,
there's nothing we can do.
no, but the thing is he stays. He's like still there. It looks like Dale doesn't like
Dale?
be with her. They kick her off the show. Like it's not like Dale goes with her and that's why she leaves. It's like they kick her off because I guess Julia was reading about it. I don't know how true this is or if it was fucking staged. But during one of the like group dates, she doesn't give anyone the rose because she doesn't feel like she got anything from the conversation. And then during like one of the little interviews, she goes, I'm giving myself this rose for being such a proud and strong young woman. And then the producers, I guess, at that point were like, yeah, we need to fucking
She
replace
can go
her.
fuck herself, man.
This is
Jesus.
during COVID too. So that's why I'm like kind of suspicious of it, of like maybe their plan all along was to replace her. And they're trying to make it seem dramatic. Because it's like if it wasn't during COVID, I might believe it more.
Yeah.
But it's during COVID, meaning they had to quarantine this new bachelorette before she came here, meaning they'd have to know this was going to happen, you
Yeah.
know? So it's a little fishy, but it's entertaining to watch.
I'm gonna say something a bit controversial.
Okay, go for it. Fucking lay it on me.
Not super controversial, but like so just something I've been noticing throughout my endeavors on social media.
Mhm.
Fucking there is as many male incels as there is so many female incels. Like it's way worse for the male community. Like there's a lot more male incels and female incels, but there are so fucking many female incels, and they're like they post like something. If I posted something like that, I'd be like fucking ignored or like shunned. But they post like something like that, and they go, "Queen, facts, queen, yes,
You're so. I never thought about
yeah, I'm right." Like yes, from a male perspective, but also
that.
like
Yeah.
it's kind of hypocritical when it's like if a guy posts like um I don't know, I'm
I
not a good
understand what you
incel.
mean
I'm not a good
because
incel.
I'm not a good incel. No, but I understand what you mean. I think it's important because people are always like, oh, women, feminism and whatnot, but feminism is treating everyone
Oh,
equally.
got
You
it.
know?
Okay, so if a guy posts like he, she's always going for the guy with muscles and middle parted hair with a perm, like that's an incel.
It's incel, yeah.
But when a girl posts, he always goes for the girl with freckles and blonde hair and a big booty. That's also incel.
It's
But
the
like
same
the comments
tendency.
are just like, "Queen, yes, these are true facts. Fuck men." That's
The female incel community is a lot more welcoming.
yeah.
It's, guy incels are just fucking assholes.
I mean, like I
Yeah.
understand,
Yeah.
but also like double standards. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, it's not necessarily an incel thing to like think that way. It's like
No.
it's observing in a pattern, and I think I think it's a fair thing to observe if in your experience you've been with people or like you've tried to get with people and then they choose that type of person over you. I think it's a fair thing to say of like, why is it that like it seems like, and from your perspective it seems that way. I think that's fair. But it definitely is an incel thing to do to go post it online. Just keep it to
That is an
yourself.
insult. Yeah.
Keep it to yourself.
Like, yes, I would love to shout to the void too, but I'd love to be like, oh my god, I'm so lonely. But like, shut the fuck up. Just hold it in, and one day you'll die.
Or maybe not like 100%
Talk
hold
to a
it, but like,
therapist. Maybe
I
talk
don't
to
know,
a therapist.
do something about it.
Maybe go to therapy.
Like, and I know that's easier said than done to like go do something about like maybe how you feel of your appearance and whatnot. And it's hard, and I've been, I think, in a fairly lucky position where I don't really like feel like I need to. I feel I'm comfortable with who I am.
No, you're hot
So,
as fuck.
oh, thanks, man. But like, I just I think it's easier for me to talk on it than others.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I think that's eye opening. I never thought about it that way. I never thought about female incels. I never thought it was a thing.
It's a very, I don't want
They've been hiding in broad daylight.
It is hiding in broad daylight because like you see that and you're like, oh, poor girl. No,
I know so many.
she's an incel.
I know so many fucking female incels. Dude, you actually have no idea how much you just opened my eyes. It's
Fucking
kind of
third
crazy.
eye, motherfucker.
Yeah. It's like fucking eyes grow up here. Like
I gotta get
like
2 sets of glasses now.
yeah, exactly. Like I follow so many. It's fucking aggravating.
Yeah.
I've it's funny because like I'll follow people from my high school on Instagram and like Twitter and whatnot, and Julia does too. So like we see the same kinds of things, and it's getting to a point where I've unfollowed a lot of people who I went to high school with because all they fucking do are post those kind of things. Like a lot of the girls, they'll go on social media and they'll fucking post about guys being fucking dicks and I'm depressed and whatnot. And it's like fucking I get you, man. I've been there. I've had that situation where the person doesn't like me. I've been there. I kept it off social media.
Yeah.
I've
But like,
I've been in the
come on.
situation of being upset. Everyone has. Everyone's been there, but I kept it off social media. You know?
As you
It's like
should.
but yeah, and because there are people who care and who will care if you just reach out to them and talk to them. It can be difficult at times, but people care.
Yeah.
People on social media do not give a shit. I'm going
They
for
don't.
memes, baby. I'm going for memes
I'm
and
here for
updates
the
on things I'm
funny
interested
haha
in.
laughs, okay?
Exactly.
I don't want to hear that Brad broke up with you for the 4th time.
Exactly.
That's not an insulting at
I don't
all.
give a fuck about the
You should really
guys.
just stay broken up with Brad. But
Exactly. Get the fuck out of Brad, okay?
get the fuck out of Brad.
Get
Yeah.
the fuck out of
Take your
him.
dick out of Brad's
Get
ass.
your
All
dick
right?
out of Brad. Brad doesn't deserve
This is
you to
a
be.
sign. This is a sign for
Here, you know what? Let's do something fun. I'm gonna go find some incel tweets, some incel tweets that I think are very fun.
getting back with your ex. It's like trying to put poop back in your butt. That's a real. There was a real real Instagram post from a guy.
Really?
Yep.
That's
It
a
was it was
great.
a it was
That's a
like
good
a
one.
entrepreneur motivation Twitter account. Shout out to Ted Nivison for for that amazing quote.
Yeah, because like I can easily. You know what I think? I think I could go on Twitter and I could have a viral tweet if I really wanted to. It's very easy. All I have to do is tweet about being depressed, and every white girl in a 2 mile radius will retweet it.
Yeah. Send
Um,
set your profile picture to like a female, like a decently hot female.
Here's what I can. I might actually try this. I'm gonna make a new Twitter account. Okay, everyone listening, you fucking know. I'm gonna make a new Twitter account. And I'm gonna come up with a name. I'm gonna get a profile picture, and I'm gonna fucking start tweeting on it regularly, and see if I can just like make it seem pretty normal. And then I'm gonna come up with the banger. I'm gonna come up with the fucking banger that's gonna take off. And then I'll never, besides on here, this is the only place I'll ever admit that it's me. Everywhere else, I'll never say it's me. But you guys know. It's a little bit of fucking it's to get you to keep watching,
Mhm.
keep listening. So
It's an ongoing thing.
yeah. I will do this though. I will because I'm fairly confident I could probably make a banger tweet. What else? What else we got? What else? Today is the only day you can retweet this. iCarly fucking fan. Ha ha iCarly in 2020. It's funny.
Oh my god.
I'm just scrolling through someone I knew in high school's Twitter. That's all I'm doing.
There's a website called incels.co. It's it's a full just website for it's just so cringe, god man. Okay, if you're an incel out there listening, please
Get some help. Come on, man.
Get some help.
We don't want to see you, not happy. We didn't know. I like it's not a fun place to be. But some incels gatekeep where where it's like someone will be like, "Yeah, I'm kind of like feeling this way," and they're like, "You're not an incel. Get the fuck out of here." And
I
it's
have
like,
seen that. That's fucking crazy.
who?
You're not sad enough.
What the fuck? I'm so confused. Why are you gatekeeping this bad thing? Like, it's not even from a helpful standpoint either. It's like, oh, don't, please don't come down this path. Like, please, I don't want to see you end up like me. It's like, get the fuck out of here. This is my turf. Like, the fuck?
I'm the one who's a virgin here, bitch.
You've gotten your dick wet. I can see it from here. Get the fuck out of here.
I can smell it.
What's he juicing?
You don't smell like a virgin. You don't smell like a virgin. This has been a weird episode.
Oh God.
This is a weird time, people.
This is a weird time.
I've been cooped up in my room for a while.
Incels are probably thriving because it's like everyone's doing what they're doing. It's the perfect time to strike incels. Go get them.
Incels charge.
Oh, do we have to? All the Chads are gonna beat us there.
Stacy's won't even want us. God. I'm such a nice guy. Why won't you fuck me?
All the Chads are gonna beat us there. They're gonna get all the babes and fuck them already. What's it matter? I want a good girl I can put a ring on. Fuck.
That's a fucking dude. What was I gonna say? That's a joke I bring up to my friends a lot when we talk about men. I mean, because like men are pretty shitty. Okay.
It can be.
I talked about how women are also incels and how it's kind of stereotypical, but there's a portion of the male population that are just bad people.
Yeah.
And there's populations of the female community.
They're just bad people, man.
There's bad people, but there's a much greater portion of the male population that's bad compared to female. Anyway, when we talk about like males being garbage and stuff, and we talk about how males are entitled to have sex with a girl when they're nice, I always just go to them and go, I've been friends with you guys for like a year and a half, and I've been nice to you the whole time. Why don't you fuck me? Just fuck me.
I'm sorry. There seems to be a problem with my penis. It is not covered in the wet.
I brought you all here today to tell you that my dick is very dry right now, and it shouldn't be. I should
like
be
the fucking Sahara, like
dry like the Sahara Desert.
Yeah, because you know what's weird? Because like I've been in that situation, and where like I was nice to someone, and they thought I liked them, but I was with Julia at the time, which was weird. I was like, they were like, "Do you have feelings for me?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just talking. I'm just being a friend." And they're like, "Okay, well, you're kind of like making me feel like you like me." And I'm like, "What? Because I'm being nice?"
Incel.
I just want to fucking talk. Like,
I'm trying to talk to you, bro.
I'm just trying to talk, man. I'm sorry. I'm like, I try to be as nice as I can to people I don't know. Or like, the thing is I knew this person. Like, we were friends and we talked for a while. I think the reason being is because we were in a show together. We were in a high school show together. And it was my senior year, and we were in a show, and we both had like parts that were to like together, you know, and there was like some like romantic interest between the characters. And yeah, she just like assumed.
You were probably being a good actor, and she was like, "Oh, he likes me."
Well, it was like, okay, so it wasn't only on. It wasn't just because like on stage. It was like off stage. We'd like encourage each other. You know, be like, "Oh, you did great. You did great tonight. You know, like you like I thought you did this really well. You know, because
as you do with your co-actor."
Yeah, as I felt like that's like what I wanted to. You know, it's like when people do that to me, that feels good. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna boost this person up. And like, this person's very cool, no hard feelings, like it was just using this as an example of like, sometimes it's like the guy's not expecting that, but it's like the girl thinks the guy's expecting that, and I wasn't saying she was expecting fucking dick down. That I'm just I'm just saying.
Oh my god, I think Carson wants to fucking smash my pussy. I think he really wants to ravage me and block me. You know what I'm saying?
Dear God, our podcasts recently have been so fucking.
This
vulgar.
is a fucking
Holy
X-rated.
Shit. This is
episode.
Don't watch, kids. Even though most of our audience is definitely not kids. If there are any children listening,
mother,
stop.
I mean, where's your mother? What's up?
Looking for a MILF.
My name's Michael. I'm 20. I'm sad. Looking for a MILF.
Hey, hit me up. Hey.
If you call older women MILFs, you are not gonna fucking have sex with one of them.
Yes, you are. Yeah, you are. That's easy way in. Dating advice with Carson and Michael.
Next time my mother was walking outside chat, I'll be like, "What's up, MILF?"
I will never. I hope she listens to this episode. I hope she listens
the
to
potential
episode 30.
MILF I'm gonna bang.
Oh my god, fuck, man.
It's been a good episode. It's been a good
episode. We need to have guests on again at some point.
Yeah, we need to either go back to Discord or use Zoom.
We could try Discord. I think we'd have to do a test episode on Discord using like OBS and whatnot to capture audio. Because I think because we could each record our own audio track.
Yeah, that's the way some podcasts do it. A lot of podcasts do it actually. They that's what okay. So way back when we started, I had to do clap syncs, which are fucking useless because I'm useless because there was only one side of us.
The amount of times I've thought about that since then is that we used to do clap syncs.
But if we did record separate audio, we would need a clap sync.
Clap sync would be in session.
This is also a really funny Twitter post of us clap syncing. It's like, all right, clap sync 1, 2, 3. I think that was really good.
It's funny, but it's funny that we really didn't have to do that. It was completely unnecessary to do that clap sync.
Yeah. It's been unnecessary for everything we've done.
Yeah.
Up to this point. Still at this point, because Zoom was recording this on my side. So we used to record multi-track. So I could balance the audio between me and you, and it would normalize like overall. But now it's just like one mono track that I have to balance. And it's I don't really fuck with it. If it sounds bad or if it sounds worse, which I don't think it does, let us know. But
do you like normalize it at all? Do you like
I just
control A normalize?
Yeah, that's all I do. I control A normalize and then do a fade in the beginning. It's like
sweet.
I'm an editor.
If it fucking works, you know.
Then I go tell my teacher that I use Audacity and edit audio.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I like on my resume, I put that I work with Audacity, and I've worked with Audacity maybe like a little bit, you know, not like a ton. I'm not a master. I
can't assume it's that hard.
I fucked with Premiere once, and then I put it on my resume.
Fuck Premiere.
Yeah.
Fuck Premiere. Fuck no, not Premiere. Premiere is great actually. I like Premiere a lot. Fuck Audition. Fuck Audition.
Quick. Audition, yeah.
I've made a couple of videos in Premiere. They're not good videos.
I just use Sony Vegas.
I should use Sony Vegas.
My friend has a cracked version that he sent me.
So. You mean a totally legal version?
Yeah, he sent me a totally legal license for
Sony
Vegas.
Vegas. Sony?
I imagine. Let me see.
Go to Mozilla.
That sound, you know what? It's funny because like I don't, you know, like that sounds like it is just Sony Vegas. It sounds like it's by Sony.
No, Magic X.
Oh.
Wait. I know them. What do they do?
Magic Software?
They do a bunch of shit, I think.
Oh, no, but it also original authors, Sonic Foundry, Sony Creative Software. So Sony was at some point since 2003 to 2016, they had a hand in Sony Vegas.
Oh, okay.
So but then Magic Software, I guess, is like developing it now.
Oh, I have a fucking music maker by Magic X.
I'm not trying to 100% change the subject, but this just happened to me and I want to bring it up because it fucking irritates me.
Okay.
Do you ever when you email a professor, okay? You email a professor. You try to be extremely professional. You sit there, But sometimes you'll sit there for maybe 10 minutes, okay? Trying to come up with an email, trying to make this well-constructed email, seem very professional, seem like you know what you're talking about, use some language, like I am contacting you today to inquire about, like you really fucking go in. You're trying to bet your best to like seem like an educated person, like a good student. And then they fucking hit you with the let me read this. They hit you with the fucking sounds good exclamation mark. Get Outlook for iOS. It's very easy to get rid of that sign off. You don't have to have it say get
Just
Outlook
backspace.
for iOS. You can motherfucker get rid of it in the settings. It's so
that too.
easy. It's in the settings. You can get rid of that sign off and you can put your name so you don't have to put it anymore.
I like to leave the like sent from Android, because just so they know that they don't matter to me and I'm responding to them not from my computer.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, fucking that I used to send emails like that. Now I don't because of that. I go, hey, I'm not gonna be in class today, Michael. That's it. That's the whole email.
And then, but the thing is like sometimes then because then I'll do that. If they've done it to me in the past, I will be like, fuck it. I'm just going to send, hey, what's up? Or not, I don't, maybe not that, but I'll say like,
what's up, dog?
I'll say, hey, and then they're like their last name. And then I'll quickly put my message and maybe put Carson at the bottom. And then they'll hit me with the hello, Carson. And then it's like, if I don't do it, they'll do it. It's like, what? Why are you making me look bad?
I don't email my professors a whole bunch.
I try not to.
Because fucking I don't care. There's no reason I should contact you. There's no reason you should contact me. Like, other than telling me class is canceled and like updated.
Hi, Michael. You look very sexy today in class. Do you want to go get dinner? Yours truly.
Wait, are you MILF?
Yeah.
Whoa. You just truly David.
Yeah. Lunch, we can go to McDonald's.
Go to McDonald's. I'll take you to a nice date. I'll take you to Burger King.
I'll get you the Travie Patty.
There's what I don't know what it is, but it's like it's some fucking he'll take you to Red Lobster, but I'll take you to Mickey D's. It's like a sound bite. It's the internet's a magical place. What?
Chris Hansen's soundboard is where it's fucking at. Chris Hansen has said some funny shit.
Why don't you take a seat?
Yeah. Why don't you take a seat? Why don't you sit down? Now, what were you doing here tonight? They're like, He's like, well, it looks like you were trying to have sexual intercourse with a 13-year-old girl.
I don't want to, side with pedophiles here and sound like
you're gonna go. They treated those guys so poorly.
But those poor fucking guys, man.
They fucking deserve it.
They deserve it.
Pedophiles. If you're a fucking pedophile, you deserve it.
Imagine getting hoodwinked like that, man. I would hate if I was lied to. No. I redact my opinion. Fuck these guys.
They fucking deserve it.
I'm not a pedophile. I promise. Please.
The show was taken off. Do you know why the show was taken off air?
I assume they were sued.
There was an instance where a guy, where he was talking to a 13-year-old girl who was actually one of a police officer who was like some secret force that Chris Hansen and co had.
Yeah.
And he he had a date scheduled to meet this girl, and instead of going, he killed himself. And then they went to his house with cameras in the crew to go see what was going on, getting ready to record some Chris Hansen, and they found a dead body.
That's crazy.
So then the show stopped. For good reason, because I think it's important what they did. They're setting an example. These people kind of fucking deserve it. But if you've ever seen the old To Catch a Predator, they fucking made these guys look like animals.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
Really
They'd leave the house. They'd be running and they'd be chase them down, tase them and shit, hold them to the ground, camera in their face. They're pedophiles.
They're going to jail for a long time.
It's they're pedophiles. Yeah, they're doing some really fucked up shit. but like that's some animal shit. They literally would let them run. Like it's
Chris Hansen would just sit there like, why don't you take a seat? And they dip and just be still standing there like, well,
because
that
he
was
fucking knew
unexpected.
they got him. This is a house surrounded by police officers and like law
Dude,
enforcement.
let me say some shit though. Some of the bait officers they got, I would not be able to tell they're overage.
Yeah.
That's some dangerous shit. And if any of you bitches jailbait out there, fuck you. Fuck you. Don't. I have so many words, but they're all bad. So, like some of these female officers were so young, like they were like 23 or some shit, but they looked like 14. It was crazy.
Whoa. Yeah, there was one. So the Hanson versus Predator is something that's been on YouTube. You can go on YouTube and watch a few episodes of it. I love it. It's so good. And it's like they took the formula and like they made it a little less like animalistic. Like they still were like, "Oh, you're free to go. You can leave through the garage." And then they walk through the garage and like police don't like chase him down and tase him. They just handcuff him in the garage and they have it like in a controlled environment.
Imagine seeing Chris Hansen knowing you're fucked, and then him being like, "You can leave through the garage," and you go, "Well, okay, I guess I'm off the hook."
Yeah, the one guy is literally like, "Thank you so much. I've learned my lesson." And then he goes to the garage and they handcuff him. Like, dude, what you did was illegal. Like, come on.
I've learned my lesson. I won't do it again. Sure you won't.
Yeah, but like, yeah, they had there was a girl on Hanson versus Predator that like kind of convincing. I mean, not really. She looks older, but then they had this guy. They had a guy, okay, and the guy was supposed to be a 13-year-old boy, and he looked like he was 25. Like, I was like, how is this motherfucker falling for this?
It's hard to get actors
so old.
Now, I have a question.
Okay.
I think this has already been brought up, but if you're talking to someone and they say they're 13 and they're not 13, they're older than 18, that's still illegal, right?
Like, are you saying? I mean,
hypothetically,
they have illegal intentions, you know, because it's like, yeah, it's
but
like
is intention considered a crime?
Well, I think that's what they peg them for sometimes.
Yeah,
is that they come to the house intending to have sex with a 13-year-old girl, you know, or boy, you know, like their intention. I think they also get them with like how they text the person.
Yeah, I think it's like soliciting a minor.
Yeah,
but technically they're not a minor.
I've thought about that. The people on the other end technically aren't a minor. So
I'm not saying these guys deserve to get off.
No, they fucking deserve it.
No, they deserve this shit. Again, I don't need to reiterate. Fuck these guys. They're pedophiles. They're bad people. Yeah. But is that a criminal charge? I know there's things like intent to sell, which is a criminal charge, which is kind of a fucked. It's a very broad fucked thing. Or intent to distribute, which my boy FPS Kyle got. Dude, this fucking guy. FPS Russia, aka FPS Kyle, was a big gun YouTuber way back when. He got like $115,000 worth of guns taken away for 8 grams of weed.
What? Wow.
He was pulled over with 8 grams of weed, and he got an intent to distribute because he was going to his girlfriend's house. And if you share a blunt, that is distributing.
Oh my God.
So that's
crazy.
That's a worse charge than just having it. Because I think possession is, I know possession in a lot of places decriminalized, but they'll just say you have an intent to distribute because you're carrying it to somewhere else.
Weed charges are fucked, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're so fucked. Like, weed should not be an illegal thing.
I will say so. STC is also kind of a fucked thing. STC is not really a bad drug.
Mm-hmm.
It has not caused a lot of deaths. No one can get addicted to ecstasy, but it's still like treated really badly.
Yeah. Like I can get, the ones that'll kill you, but like, I don't know, like, especially weed. I think weed's the big one. You know,
Weed is the big one. It's the most used, and it's the least
it's not
killing.
harmful. It's really not that harmful. You know.
It's as bad as cigarettes.
Yeah. I mean, if you smoke it, yeah. You know, like, I mean, I know for me, like, I don't even like weed. You know, I oh, I can I even say that? Can I even say it?
You don't like weed? God, you're not a
I've had
stoner.
I have smoked weed in a definitely legal state. Um, and I know when I did smoke weed in a legal state that that it fucks me up real bad. Um, like I lose I just lose all fucking I get super fucking like shaky and like pass out
Probably had
vomit
a
like
lot.
yeah, I think I've had too much when I have smoked it in a legal state.
Mhm.
Um, so
The one time I smoked in a legal state, I didn't get high. No, yeah, I didn't get high, and I had gummies one time in a legal state. Um, but they were like, "Oh, this is gonna hit you so hard, man. You're gonna have here take like it was like one of those. It's like a guy. It's like a person gummy, and they even gave me like his hand. And they were like, "This is gonna fuck you up." I ate it. Nothing. Didn't fucking affect me at all. I was like, "Thanks, guys." And then the driver had the same amount, and he was over there going, "God, there's so much." Just have he's fucking had Parkinson's, going, "Oh my God, this is so, it's so." Um, but the second time I had it, I also did not get high in a legal state. It was with wax, which is if you know anything about smoking, wax is not the way to get into smoking. It is hard. So I did like maybe a little of it and went just fucking started hacking up a lung. It was like, oh, I can't describe it, but it was terrible. I will never smoke anything because I've tried to drool and I couldn't drool either. Um, but yeah, I'd probably only do edibles in a legal state.
yeah. Yeah,
Also like cooking. So
I could do edibles, I think definitely, but I'd make sure, you know, I was in a legal place to do it.
yeah, yeah, I'd step foot in California and come back to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, exactly. I
Use my
just, you
portal
know,
gun.
walk over. Yeah, use your portal gun. I put my
Mhm.
penis to California.
You smoke out of your penis. Anyway, we should get on to the music of this episode since we're getting near the end.
That question's for the audience.
Carson,
Yes.
what music have you been listening to?
Well, I decided that it was time for me to tap into my artistic side. So I've started listening to the entire discography of Radiohead because I'm very different.
Whoa.
I'm seeing world from another light. Um, Starting with Pablo Honey. I've listened to a few songs and I've already feel more educated, more I feel rich of life and I can really feel the emotions that they were feeling when they were in the studio recording. Um and it's very good. It's absolutely wonderful. I love Radiohead.
Yeah, their music just kind of makes you feel a little creepy, you know.
I feel a little creepy. I
I
feel
feel
like
like
a
a
weirdo.
like a paranoid android sometimes, or
I wish I was special.
sometimes you know, I get surprised, but I don't like no surprises. Um, I gotta watch out, see if the karma police come and get me.
I okay. So
I'm
yes,
just
I
listing off titles.
so
of the
I've
songs.
listened to Radiohead. I've started listening to Radiohead. I'm starting with Pablo Honey. I really haven't heard anything much past that. I had a friend, Zach, try making me listen to more, and I never did. But now I'm deciding that I'm going to listen to Radiohead and see what it's all about. Because I have so many friends who swear by that Radiohead is one of their like one of the best bands,
There's so many
and
albums.
and I don't doubt it, but it feels so pretentious. It really does. Because I had a friend. The reason I'm like thinking about them recently is because I was talking to a friend and we were on Discord. It was like me and a few others. and they got into the topic of music, and they started talking about Radiohead because both of them were very big Radiohead fans. And I jokingly said, because I know a lot of Radiohead fans don't like Creep, so I jokingly was like, "Oh, Creep's their best song," and he goes, "Yeah, no, it's pretty shit." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it." And he's like, "Well, I'm thinking like, what if Radiohead made it as like a parody of like themselves or of the time of that music?"
Suck
And
a
I go,
dick.
and I was literally like, "This is why people think Radiohead fans are fucking pretentious because they can't accept when their artist puts out something bad." You know, it's like there's always an excuse or some reasoning or some sort of like deeper meaning to literally everything. And I think that's what aggravates me. Like I'm having such a hard time just listening to it and just like being like, okay, open minded because I just think of the fucking fans.
I
Radiohead,
I like Creep. I think it's a good song.
it's fine. It's okay. It's not my favorite. I'm not even a pretentious Radiohead fan, and I don't even like it that much. I just want to get to their later shit because Pablo Honey so far, I'm gonna fucking say it. Pablo Honey just feels like a generic rock
It's
album.
1993.
1993. It's a
So it's a
generic
generic
90s
rock
rock album.
album because because it's a literal generic rock album.
Yeah, it's a
They
generic
probably
90s rock
made.
album.
I think this is why they a
I will
lot of
catch
Radiohead
flack.
fans are like, you just don't understand. It's
Yeah.
because they are the generic
Yeah.
rock music like that.
Which
That
makes it maybe
was
that's not maybe they aren't generic because they literally like they kind of set
created.
the tone.
Yeah,
Yeah. But it's generic now. It didn't age well, like maybe that's my it's like I'm like 3 songs in, so maybe that's not a fair analysis quite so far, but I'm going to listen to the entirety of Radiohead's discography. Maybe I'll have it done by next podcast and I can talk a little bit on it. But yeah,
there's
so
only
far
10 albums, which is not a lot for this. Like Kanye has 7. And this is a band, not just
they've been,
Kanye.
yeah, for 30, almost 30.
1993, 27 years.
That's almost 30 years.
Mhm.
That's insane. That's crazy.
What's the first album called? Honey Pablo?
Pablo Honey.
Pablo Honey, whatever. Yeah, that was 1993. So that was
Yeah.
their first album. They only have 10, which is not a lot of music.
Yeah.
They made
Good, because I
Coldplay.
don't want to. I fucking dude. If they're as pretentious as they sound, holy shit.
You should do a Radiohead, and then you should do Coldplay, because those are like the 2 bands that are like, these are the rival bands.
I fucking love that. So many Radiohead fans right now would be shitting their pants, being like, "Don't you dare compare my Radiohead to Coldplay!" No.
That's all. That's like the thing, though. Like,
Is it?
yeah, I don't know. When I was growing up, it was always like, are you a Radiohead fan or a Coldplay fan? And like, apparently that would make
That's
or
so
break a
funny.
friendship.
That's fucking incredible. I love that.
Oh, look, I
God.
just got another text about the election.
Sweet. Radiohead and Coldplay are the same band. That's all you need to know. Michael, what have you been listening to?
The same shit. Little Dark Age by MGMT. I've been repeating that for like over and over and over and over again. That song hits this fucking like little place in my dick that no other song has for a while. It hits really good.
It hits my penis around.
It hits like right under the base. It's like right above the balls, like right there. Just fucking you know?
Slap that shit around.
That, and I've been going back to fucking Glass Animals. Thank you for turning me on to Glass Animals.
Very good.
They're fucking fantastic. It's like they have such a good discography that any album you put on is a banger.
Mhm.
And there's not a lot I can say. There's not a lot of people I can say that about, especially not like Tyler or Kanye, which I put in a place of like very high, like regards in terms of music. Fuck Kanye as a person, but in terms of music, it's very high. But I think I've said multiple times that I just want to bring it back to me for a second.
Yeah, go for it.
I've said When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? I think I've said that was my favorite album of all time a couple of times, and that is not true. I forget which one I said was my favorite album of all time, but I like don't really. I like Yay by Kanye. It's not my favorite album of all time, but it's a good album. When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go is a really good album. but I'm trying to find out which is my favorite album of all time. I don't remember what I was thinking it was. Um,
Favorite
uh,
album of all time.
there
Sorry.
you go. Apricot Princess.
What is it?
Apricot Princess by Rex Orange County.
Mm, I think you've mentioned that one
Yeah,
before as
I
your
have.
favorite, maybe.
My favorite albums, if you're paying attention, listeners, my 5 top albums. Flower Boy is number 5. Ye by Kanye. Um, what was this? What did I say? What's the other ones?
Apricot.
Apricot Princess number 1.
Okay, okay. And
When You
then
Fall Asleep, Where He Goes number 2. And then fuck, I don't have a number 3.
Flower Boy. I don't know. I'm just naming
Igor.
Tyler shit.
No,
Igor.
Dreamland. Dreamland's really good. No,
Like
either
Glass Animal
Dreamland or How to
Dreamland.
Be a Human Being. That's
Damn.
they're tied for number 3.
Damn. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. That's hard for me to say. Like top 5 albums. I'll have to come back to you with that next week because that's like a hard thing just to like, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I shouldn't really say it, but Apricot Princess is like for me personally. I'm not saying it's the best album of all time. I'm saying it's my favorite album of all time. It's an album where there's a good mix of slow songs and fast songs, but it's the same song. Like the slow song is the fast song, and it has a lot of good vocals and a lot of good music theory, and it's very good. I enjoy Rex Orange County immensely. His recent album is not good though. It's not bad. It's just like okay.
It's just fine. Yeah. That's when I listened to it. That's what I thought. It all sounded the same. It was just fine.
Mhm.
But yeah. Do you have a song or like an album recommendation?
I do.
To share with everyone?
I do. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Okay.
Pause.
Okay.
Wait.
Pausing.
Where'd I put it?
Waiting.
Huh? Where is it? Oh, Jesus is King.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what you want to share with everyone?
People hate it. People fucking hate it. It's fine. It's fine. If you like Jesus, listen to it. If you don't like Jesus, give it a listen. Kanye did something very good with stop looking at me like that. Kanye does a very good thing with a choir.
Yeah, the choir is fantastic from what I've heard.
The choir, it's choir music. It's very, very good. But it's not a great album. It's not. I'm running out of albums, so
I think I've heard a lot of people say is like it's not a bad album, but it's a bad Kanye album.
Yes, it's in the same way that the last Star Wars movie is a good movie, not a good Star Wars movie. This is a good album. It's not a good Kanye album because he's fucking crazy.
I think that's fair to say. I think it's a very fair assessment. Let me see. Do I have something to share? I probably do. And I think that song or the thing or maybe even album, that I want to share, is on Spotify. So I'm looking for it or I'm trying to find it. I have it. I'm just looking for it, just making sure I really do have it. It's somewhere here. I'll find it in a sec. You know what? I don't know if I've suggested this. I might have already. I think I did. But do I want to suggest this? It's different. It's different from what I usually listen to, but I was bopping to it during the winter. And since it's winter again, it reminded me of it. I think I mentioned Johnny Manchild and the Poor Bastards another time.
I think you have.
I don't think I recommended the album, though.
No, you did say the song. You did not recommend the album.
Yeah. So the album is called One Big Beautiful Sound. And the whole gimmick behind it was that I think last year, every single month they'd release a new song on the album until eventually it was December and they finally released One Big Beautiful Sound, which was the entire album. And then so it had one new song and then all the songs from the prior months. And then you got to listen in order.
That's what my boy Bruno Major did too.
Yeah. And the album, it's kind of theatrical, kind of rock, punk rock. It's interesting. But it's feels theatrical. Usually I'm not a big person like listening to stuff that sounds like it'd be in a theater or be in a show. But this stuff is really good. It's worth listening to, especially One Big Beautiful Sound. It's a very fun song. It's just fun. It's very fun music. So I recommend that. It's very good.
Cool. So
yeah.
Thanks for listening.
thank you everyone for listening. You can check out our podcast on Twitter, working_podcast. You can check us out on Instagram, working on a title. We post there occasionally. If you're a listener who is not following those, please follow those, because we haven't posted much recently, and I feel like if you're following the podcast, you're listening. We have a lot of listeners. We have more than we think, and I feel like the engagement in the posts on more inclined if you just go over there and give it a fucking follow. It doesn't
Also fine
hurt.
if you don't.
I mean, it's not fine. Michael, don't give them an out. Go do this now, please.
For us, please.
Please. But yeah,
Please.
I don't know. Do what you want, but I would recommend doing it if you want some funny little tidbits and behind the scenes, maybe, or you want to see, know when episodes are coming out. Because right now we're doing fine without doing it, so I'm not inclined to do it. But if you go and follow, be more inclined. But also you can follow me on Twitter at Gotato. You can follow me on Instagram, Gotato. My twitch.tv/Gotato. I kind of stream whatever. Doing a lot of for Halloween. I streamed a game, like a different game, but I think now I'm going to focus mainly on like Mario 64 speedrun. So if you're interested in that, come check it out.
It's a good category. Check me out on Twitter, twitter.com/PhaserJ. That's really all I do.
Okay, well, thank you everyone for listening to this episode of Working on a Title. We appreciate it very much. Michael is actually in labor right now, so we actually need to get going.
Oh no, I'm dilating. Gotta go. Love you.
Got a blast.